People with high blood
That's
for low blood.
Okay, I'm going to my other foot.
Okay, so this is the salt glow. The salt glow you use when you are either, you don't want to use hot or cold extreme temperatures on the body, because normally with hydrotherapy that is what you use to induce blood flow. But this is one where you don't use that. You are using friction instead. The Himalayan salt or the salt that you use mustn't be iodinated. It can be any other salt, Celtic salt, Himalayan salt, even Epsom salts, kosher salt. And the salt itself will give nutrients into the body as the skin absorbs. Because you know your skin is your biggest organ on your body, where gaseous exchange takes place, so it releases the toxins, the CO2, and it breathes in the oxygen. And it also takes in nutrients and stuff like that. So what you put on your skin is also important. You need to read the labels of the creams and stuff you put on, because that, when you put it on your skin, it's absorbed into your bloodstream. And that's why lots of these things have endocrine disruptors, so it can affect your hormones and stuff like that. So be careful what you put on. Try and get organic body lotions or whatever. Otherwise, just use coconut oil.
Coconut oil, yes.
Or castor oil. It's oily, but you don't need to use a lot. But and it will also help with the skin.
Absorbs.
Absorbs
if you put it on.
so it also has benefits in that way. So what you put on your skin is very important. So what you do, you want to stimulate the blood circulation, you want to stimulate the nerve activity, and you want to create a sense of well-being. So this is like therapeutic as well. Okay, so this you use for people that get colds and flus often, people that have issues with heat and coldness. So that's also why you want to stimulate the blood flow. People that have low blood pressure, because you want to now increase the blood pressure. People that have very weak constitutions, and people that have diabetes. You also want to use this because a lot of their problems come from lack of circulation, especially if it's in their feet already. So you want to use this type of thing, because also remember the last time we discussed that you cannot just put a diabetic person's feet into hot water just like that. You can damage their nerve endings and cause lots of problems. So this is another way that you can induce circulation without causing harm. And then someone that has chronic indigestion, you do it on the tummy, and that also helps. You do it all over the body, but you obviously ask the person that you are doing it to what they feel comfortable with. You can do localized areas, like we are only going to do the leg right now. So it's up to you. Don't use it on skin lesions or people that have eczema or anything like that, any sores, cuts and so forth. Try not to use it on that. Don't use it on people with high blood, because it will raise their blood pressure. And don't use it on people that have very weak constitutions, that are too frail to stand and so forth, because it might be too much for them, might be too overwhelming. And that basically is the salt glow. So what you do is you take the salt, you wet it a little first, so then it's not dissolved, but it's just moist enough to do the job. But also you don't want it to be too harsh on the skin. So you need the edges to be a bit more rounded, which is what the water will do. So you just sprinkle some water on the salt. And then the person, so for today's demonstration, we're just going to do the leg. So what you will do is you will wet the area slightly, so that it's not abrasive and harsh when you do the actual rubbing. Not a lot, because you don't want the heat of the water to affect what it is you're going to do. You just want to wet it slightly. And then you start rubbing the salt on. And remember, you run vigorously, up and down motions vigorously. Okay? Like that. And yes, the salt will fall. And then you move upward strokes. Because the point is that you want to get the blood flow to the heart, because all those toxins and things, the deoxygenated blood, you want it to go to the heart so that it can pump clean, healthy, oxygenated blood to the area, because this is to induce circulation. You rub vigorously and upward strokes. And when you are finished, you then just rinse off so that the saltiness doesn't stick to the skin, because that can cause itching. Because with the rubbing, it would have already, the nutrients would have already been absorbed into the skin as well. If you are doing the whole body, you would then just let them shower quickly, and then, thank you, and then dry them off vigorously without hurting them. Are you okay? Constantly ask them if they are okay. They need to tell you if you are hurting them or not, if they can handle what you are doing. So always ask and always explain what it is that you are doing and why you are doing it, so that the person knows, so that they are calm and okay with what you are doing. Thank you.
So